What I went into when I was arrested, to be honest with you, I wasn't really that worried about it because I was naive enough to think, having been raised with that Western ethos, that all you had to do was go in and tell the truth. And it does not work like that.
No.
You know, I understand completely when you talk about your father having been convicted of something he didn't do. Too often what happens in our court system is it's a personality contest. It has nothing to do with the facts, it has nothing to do with truth or justice. As far as the prosecution is concerned, in many, many cases, too many cases, the ends justifies the means. Now that's unfortunately particularly true with black people, Mexicans, people of color, they're called. But you also find it amongst the disenfranchised, the poor. You know, those individuals who grew up in abject poverty, for instance. And if they don't have the means available to them, you know, to go up against the system, which has means unlimited, then they're at a real disadvantage. I took a polygraph test. I took two. I got the highest plus scores in the history of calligraphy at that time, FBI and the Department of Justice.
And they paid no attention to that
No.
because it's not admissible in court.
That's right. But, you know, I took the polygraph test in order to demonstrate that what I was saying was the truth. You know, not to offer it as the truth, but that I was willing to do that. Should have had some bearing. Unfortunately, it didn't. So in the end, I was convicted of double homicide. I maintained my innocence. I went to prison.
I got to ask you this.
Yeah.
What I tell people all the time, and they don't quite understand, some of the most powerful people in our system are prosecutors.
Yes.
And the reason being because they can conceal information, they can lie, they can frame somebody, and even when that comes out, nothing happens to
That's
them.
right.
There's no repercussions whatsoever. They have nothing to ever be concerned about. There are so many cases that I've uncovered and researched where prosecutors withheld information,
Yes.
you know, the whole bit. I mean, it runs the gamut. Nothing happens to them.
That
They're never held
exculpatory evidence.
accountable.
Oh, I